Sewage produced by household consists of several dangerous material, such as bacteria, viruses, solid pollutants which can make multiple diseases on human. That's why sewage must be processed before it releases to the environment. The facilities to process the sewage called STP or sewage treatment plant. Then how it works. First of the processes, sewage will come to screen chamber to separate large object from sewage. In this chamber, there is a bar filter in central of sewage flow. As the sewage flows through the bar filter, any large objects such as stick, plastic, or other large material are trapped by this bar filter. This bar consists of a series of vertical or horizontal metal bar which are spaced close together. The bar is designed to allow wastewater to pass through while trapping the larger objects. This bar has a rake to remove trapped objects easily. This trapped objects then sent to landfill, incinerator, or other disposal facility. After passing screen chamber, sewage travel to grit chamber. This chamber has a function to remove solid object inside wastewater that has small size. Because the size is too small, it cannot be filtered by screen chamber. So it will be done in this chamber. This is the view of grit chamber. It's shaped like a large reservoir with inlet in the surface and outlet in the surface too, but in other side. When wastewater fill this chamber, the wastewater left undisturbed for a period of time. During this time, the solid material settles down to the bottom of the tank. Then the object collected to a component such as jar in the bottom of the tank, so that it can be removed to disposal facilities. The wastewater in the upper of the tank are clean from any harmful object, and it ready to be sent to the next processes. The next process will run in primary clarifier tank to further cleaning. Primary clarifier tank, or it also called primary sedimentation tank, work to settles down smaller material such as sludge. The flow of wastewater from grit chamber will be slowed down as it enters the primary clarifier, allowing sludge to settle to the bottom of the tank. On the period of time, the sludge accumulated in the bottom of the tank. Besides, the wastewater has liquid pollutants such as oil, grease that will be accumulated in the surface of the tank. The sludge that has accumulated will be collected by scrapper in the bottom, while oil in the surface will be collected by skimmer. Both scrapper and skimmer connected to the drive unit, so they able to rotate in low speed. Scrapper will grab the sludge to the sludge pit. While skimmer will push the oil to flow to scum through. It makes that pollutant are cleaned continuously. The cleaner wastewater pass to effluent launder that located to the outside of surface of the tank. While this component called scum baffle, it used to separate wastewater with scum and cleaner wastewater, so that the water flow out to effluent launder has no solid and oil contaminant. After finishing the process at primary clarifier, wastewater continue to aeration tank. The aeration process begins with the introduction of microorganisms such as bacteria and protozoa into the wastewater. This act like antagonist agent to kill all bad stuff in the wastewater. But in order to make the agent survive and do their job, they need oxygen. So aerators will blow air inside the wastewater. This process needs to be carefully monitored to make the condition is always supported for the growth of the microorganisms. After passing aeration process, wastewater come to secondary clarifier. The microorganisms need time to eat all bad stuff and decompose tiny particles that are still present in the wastewater after primary treatment. Secondary clarifier has large tank with 3 until 5 meter in depth. Wastewater with rich of microorganism will settle in this tank in period of time. The oxygen keeps blowing to this tank to keep the condition aerobic. This is the key to make the microorganisms keep working to separate sludge with water. It will result water in the top of tank and sludge that are accumulated in the bottom of the tank. This tank has scrapper too, so that sludge can be removed continuously when the scrapper rotates. After done with secondary clarifier, wastewater flow to the output channel and come into filtration chamber. It will remove any remaining suspended particles, dissolved organic matter, and nutrients. The method of filtration is by passing wastewater through a bed of sand or activated carbon filter. The sand acts like natural filter. When wastewater passes through a bed of sand, suspended solid and organic matter will trap in the sand bed. Besides sand, we can use activated carbon. Activated carbon has more absorb capacity, and it can absorb impurities such as chlorine, organic matter, and another chemical. The filtered water then collected in the bottom of the filter and sent to disinfection process. The water result in filtration is clear enough, but it is not guaranteeing its safety. Disinfection process will kill any harmful bacteria, viruses, and other to make the water safe to be released to the environment. There are many methods of disinfection process, but there are 3 commonly used at sewage treatment such as chlorination, UV disinfection, and ozonation. In chlorination method, we add chlorine to the water to kill all harmful bacteria and viruses. UV disinfection uses UV light to destroy microorganisms' DNA. While ozonation, ozone particles are generated on site and bubbled through the treated water to kill microorganisms. This is the final process of sewage treatment plant. The treated water are ready to be released to the environment, or it can be reused as water supply.